So this was like, a homemade version of a business plan, or say business concepts. I do have, however, let's see if it's still there. Oh yeah, oh, that's right here. Business model. One second. Just trying to find. This is my old journal. Oh yeah, okay. So here we go. So this are like 8 business concepts. This is something I learned through a YouTube video, basically, a couple of years ago. So these are the 8 departments or 8 business concepts every businesses require. All right. So leadership is basically your CEO. As the person that sets the vision, values, management, communication. Leadership basically motivates people, getting the things done by communicating and showing them the vision. That's leadership. All right. Then you have finance. Finance is everything to do with revenue, expenses, profit, assets, liabilities, capital, taxes. Finance is basically your CFOs. They basically ensure sustainability of the business, and this is, by the way, in hierarchy, like this is how it should be. Leadership, finance. Operations is everything from forming a company, insurance, contracts, HR processes, which is basically your SOPs, how to do the thing, how to exactly deliver the product or deliver the service is operations, or how to create the product. Growth is reinvesting the profits from your business. It's innovation, it's accepting change, it's basically optimizing the business. So any problems that are happening in the business, any things that are people are finding is a better way of doing it. So that's growth. You usually have a growth officer. That's again what corporates do, or enterprise level businesses do. You don't need to hire people from each department. You can, if you're a small business, you can do one by one, break it down break it down and do it one by one. All right. Obviously, if you have the ability to hire people, then that's great. Product is everything to do with developing the product, designing the product, quality control, production. Product is producing a predictable unit of value. You have services basically fixing what's wrong, guarantees, relationship. Service is all about maximizing customer satisfaction. And then you have sales, which is what is the point of sales, what's the method of sales, what's the model of selling. I would further go on to add like what's pricing strategy, what's the way you are pricing for different customers. That's kind of comes in sales. It kind of has a mixture of sales and marketing is about branding, reaching to new customers. What content are we creating, which channels are we pushing out this content on. That all comes under marketing, you could say. Now this is like a very 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 big overview. Like this is an overview at the end of the day. All right. I think looking back at this now, this was like probably 2022 when I 2020 when I kind of wrote all of this down. Looking back at it, I feel that what is different or what has changed is that this is for a proper like bigger corporation, or when you are not a small business anymore. All right. It is not, I mean, in my perspective, it was not easy to get someone for every department, or let's rather say that it was not important for me to get someone in every department, right? Because again, every business is different from each other. Some businesses might not need product. Some like in the sense like product, which is research and developing of a product, or design of a product. Some businesses might not need intense operations or certain parts in the operations. I think upar se to you pretty much go through all of these things in a business when you are doing a business, but it's not necessary that you do every point in running a business. You don't have to, when you're starting business, so you don't have to form a company. You don't have to look into insurance. You don't have to look into contracts, HR, and stuff like that. You pretty much kind of try to focus on sales and marketing. In fact, in the very first time when you're starting a business, you're just trying to make revenue and see if people are willing to even pay money for your product or service. That is like step one, right? If people like your product, then brand it, then figure how to make your product faster, figure out how to make your product much more inexpensive for you to produce it, and figure out how to sell it at a higher price, right? That is like business at the very start. Then once you feel like shit, I can't do it myself anymore, then you hire people to do it for you, and you make their lives easier by creating systems, by creating structures and processes, right? So yeah, this what I have over here is kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to map it out. This all stemmed out of an idea is, what if my business were to be a corporation? All right, this all came from this thought, is that if let's say I run I think a few businesses now, so Jinx Network being my main one. What if Jinx Network was a corporation, right? It would need its CEO. All right, I will need, that's one thing. I would need a sales team. I would need ops team. I would need someone for marketing, right? Finance and accounts becomes its own department, very important. And this would pretty much like be, this would like be suffice. But if it was like a proper ops, like agency, like offline agency, then you have like HR that's gonna be involved. You would need, what else? So leadership, we have sales to get clients, operations to make sure work is getting done. Ops will be basically your design video team, your management would come under ops basically in this case. Marketing would be social media and yeah, basically social media. You have, in design, you would have a creative director, you would have GDs, which are graphic designers, you would have a bunch of other, depending on exactly what you are, for which industry you're niching down into, this would change. Yeah, I don't think I would need a legal team as a such, but your sales pretty much takes care of your contracts also. They would take care of meetings with clients and stuff like that. CEO basically makes sure all departments are like doing well and having fun and stuff like that, making sure the company is making money and hitting its goals basically. Basically CEO is just keeping a track of, are we hitting the goals, and if something is not allowing us to hit this goal, why? Like, what is the problem? Like, how can we hit this goal? And that's what the CEO needs to think about, and is always devising like strategies basically, meeting with departments from time to time. And also sometimes if it's if sometimes the CEOs also work very closely with the sales team to get new business, right? Your CEOs always are trying to build the company, but also to maintain the company, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, I guess also the CEO looks at like innovation and research, and should deploy a sense of innovation and research within the entire team. So everyone should think about, how can we do things better, how can we solve our own problems better, and leverage like new tech to solve their problems. So that should be passed down by the CEO. The CEO should always find for new tools or better tools to do something, right? And these tools, like, to keep it very simple, it should basically this focus, one second. Yeah, it should basically help you save time. All right, that's one. Save money, or help you make money. All right, this is like the three main basic things of my innovation matrix. When I talk about innovation, this is like the main thing. I mean, it's right here. I have always talked about creating value, or like innovation. Anything that is valuable always will help people save time, help people save money. That's like primary value, I would say. If you can help people save time, save money, and create an experience, that's secondary value. I'd say like that's primary and secondary, which is good. If you're able to help people save time, help people save money, create an experience along with the community, that's really nice value. If you're able to help others make money, that's also value. That we call that the enabler layer value, right? You're helping people create more stuff, and I think this is the ideal value stack, right? If you are able to do all of these things, save people time, save people money, help people make money, create an experience and a community, you are operating in the ideal value stack. There's however, one value that surpasses every other value, which is, we call that innovation. It's creating something that didn't exist before, like your Apple, like by Steve Jobs or Elon Musk at Tesla. That's innovation. That it's basically your electricity. Creating electricity allowed us to have like light bulbs and stuff like TVs and this iPad right here, right? Innovation could be, you can innovate two different types of things. You can innovate fire, but you can also innovate on top of fire and create lighters or flamethrowers, right? That's also innovation, which allows people to do more things and more things further on with those tools, right? For example, this laptop is accumulation of a lot of innovations, right? From the LEDs that are there to the batteries, to the keyboards, to this touchpad, and a lot of other things together has made this laptop. So it's a bunch of all these innovations added together to create this, right? And everything around us is pretty much a bunch of innovations just put together, right? So that's why innovation is very, very important. And we call that, for me, it's got to your value, because being able to create something that didn't exist before, that allows people to do all of these things, is obviously very, very valuable. So yep, I hope you learned a thing or two from this random video. And I'm still in the process of planning. I'm creating a strategic plan for 2025 for my businesses, and this is how I'm planning to go about it.